Spotty gotta do? What?
It's your boy, Japanese Tutor, and welcome back. We're doing the King's Gambit today, and today we're gonna go over the anti-fisher lines and some really cool lines as well. So sorry, the anti-King's Gambit or the Fisher's Defense. So let's do this. Okay, so we're gonna play e4, e5, f4. Okay, and after it takes, let's say knight f3 and d6 is what we consider Fisher's defense. So what is White's plan after they play the Fisher's defense? I like to play the move bishop to c4. I want to develop, or you can play d4 immediately, trying to get this pawn, trying to just get some center. Okay, so then after this, so let's say bishop c4. Black has a lot of different moves. If they play bishop g4, it's really unambitious. They just basically want to draw. Because we just castle and we have all this line open and this bishop has to potentially take, and we get a lot of good play. So bishop g4 is not even on our radar. Knight c6. This is a nice one because it allows us to just play d4 immediately. Center punch, right? Remember, the point of the gambit is to get development, right? Get your pieces active, get an attack, the initiative, and gave up a pawn, and we have 1, 2 pieces. We have the center, and we're ready to castle. Okay. But let's go over the main move, and the move that mostly everybody's gonna play is h6. Okay. Here, I like to play the move h4. A lot of people play d4 here. I just like to stay true to the King's Gambit by playing h4. Okay. H4, and I had a game like this, and it was a while ago when I was a bit weaker. I was about 1200 and I was facing a 2100, and we got into this line, and we were able to come out ahead. I think he played knight c6 here, and again, very easy move d4. And I think we're just, honestly, I think black has to find all the right moves, like bishop, here, c3, big center, queen f6, and queen a4. And I knew this line because there was some book that I don't remember the book's name right now. It was back when I was in high school, so like a few years ago. But definitely this is good for me. I feel like we have a lot of pressure, and if you put this in an engine, they might give you that black's better. But I like this position. I like playing this kind of position. Okay, let's go back. Okay. Now let's say, okay, what else can you play? D4 immediately is also an option, right? And G5, and of course we play H4. We know this. If G4, now we have a few different lines here. We have knight G1 and knight G5. Knight G1 is, I think, the most common in this position, but you can also play knight G5. After knight G5, H6, we are planning to always sack. And these are the lines that really are like Fisher-esque. Like, sorry, not Fisher-esque, King's Gambit-esque. Like, this is the romantic chess that we all want. We all want sack, sack, bada bing, bada boom. This is going on YouTube. Right, so king captures f7. And here we have a lot. Bishop c4, bishop captures f4. I think the most accurate move is bishop just captures on f4. We can always play here. If they play d5, then, I mean, it's just bad. And so one of the main ideas is that, let's say, let's make a move for them. Let's say knight f6, which is probably going to be a very common move. We just want to develop. This is the key. Just, I want to develop. So the next move, knight c3, controlling here, maybe trying to play here, holding here, right? Knight c6, bishop c4, and I have 1, 2, 3 pieces developed. They have to move their king or lose a piece. Actually, they can play bishop b6. No, they can't. They can't do that. And so king g7, and the king has lost his right to castle. His pieces are kind of awkward. This bishop is hitting a brick, right? And then finally castles. And yeah, I think here actually the best move is queen d2, but let's just whatever, castles, and we have a lot of pressure. This is the kind of chess that I love to play, just dynamic and hard to calculate kind of things, because you have to calculate every single move. Like every time you make a move, you have to calculate that set of moves. Like, hey, does this work now? You know what I mean? Okay. And I want to show you guys a line that was sent to me, actually. Not in the Fisher's defense, but in the I can't pronounce this. I think it's quad. I'm just say Quaid, and you guys can correct me later. G4, knight e5, h5, bishop c4, queen h4, king f1, knight h6, d4, d6, bishop captures on f4. So again, just look at the material. Like, not the material, the development. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this queen's awkward. This knight is a little bit awkward. It's not even on his natural square. So d captures e5, bishop captures e5. And all for what, a pawn? And now a piece, right? Now we have all this development for captures f4 and then bishop f1. And ha, they laugh in your face. Trying to get greedy, taking stuff. Where's your queen going, bro? Maybe you can just play here, but then we have some things we can do here. Queen captures f1, bishop b5 check, and I think that's game over. This line is crazy, yeah. And here we go. We're going to show a different line as well. You've seen this position before? Nice. And we're going to go over a different position now. Okay, so e4, e5, f4 here, g5, g4, knight e5, queen h4, g3, and then queen captures g4. And if they try to get greedy by playing this and trying to win a rook, then we have a massive attack. And the queen is kind of suspicious, right? Queen h5, and the queen is just stuck here, can't really do anything. Again, we're going to get a lot of development. That's going to be the theme of the King's Gambit. Just always develop, always find attacking moves and multi-purpose moves. And I really encourage this kind of chess at the lower level. Like if you guys are like, let's say like sub 1200, sub 1300, really try to add this to your repertoire, because you can get a lot of quick games and a lot of like awesome positions. You know, obviously d4, right? Multi-threat. And it's kind of tough for them. And castles, and just making another threat with bishop b5. Also, queen captures e5 is good too, but just castles seems nice, making a little threat. Bishop captures h6 check. and just queen captures h6, and we're fine. They finally can get away, but then maybe queen g7. Or maybe we don't even have to play that. Maybe we can just play away and say, okay, whatever, you gave me a check, thanks. But actually here, this might be spicy because they can castle. So, suspicious. It definitely works way beyond 1300. It's kind of suspicious, right? So let's get back into the Fisher's defense. And I promise not to take more of your time. Trying to keep this video a little bit short, or on the shorter side. Here, f4, and we're gonna go over more lines as well. So we're gonna play knight f3, d6. Okay. And so another move is knight c3, and I kind of like the, if you really want to play the King's Gambit, I like playing it from a Vienna. Kind of seeing what they're gonna do on move 2. Right, okay, like, okay, knight c6, and then playing the Vienna from here, and we get similar positions and similar attacks, and we have a knight out defending on e4. I just find this to be very dynamic, but not the scope of our lesson today. Knight f3, g6, and knight c3. So on knight c3, they have a couple of moves, and I think that if you play knight f6, sorry about that, we can just play d4 and again get our very, very good game. They have one move which is always weird to me, which is knight h5, but I don't even want to look at that. I mean, okay, whatever. Knight h5, you know, bishop c4. It just looks good for us, and I think it's real, like no real threat. You know, we have everything we want in the King's Gambit. Your knight is defending one pawn. Of course, it's preventing my bishop from developing, but I honestly don't think it's that good. Okay, so knight c3, or let's say they don't play there. Let's say they play instead bishop e7, bishop c4, or bishop captures c4 is fine. And white has a great game, and I think you're already winning. I think even if the bishop captures f4, you're doing well. Get the pawn back immediately, or just bishop c4 as well. It's also really good. You know, if castles, then bishop captures f4, and we have like a dream position with the f-file open. And you play g3. G3 where? So instead of, so on d6, wait, oops. On d6 you play g3? You're mad, man. Oh, you're probably on the knight h5. G3 is madness. And we might have to study that even more. Well, that was my video for today, guys. I hope you find this Gambit really interesting. Let me know what you would like to learn in the King's Gambit, and I'll try to include it in the next video. For those of you who want a nice, decent chess community, and decent I use loosely, you can come onto my Discord. The link's gonna be down below, and also you can sub and like. This is free. I think it's free. Yeah, I think it's still free for like the next 24 hours. It's still free, so go ahead and sub and like. And yeah, if you want to catch us live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day at twitch.tv/JapaneseTutor, that link is also going to be in the description. Give me a follow, and yeah. All right, thank you for that, and bye.